Muerbach country پیدا کن.
It's here.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's my beautiful and my lovely country, which I am dying for my country, and I love my country, Afghanistan. Heart of Asia. Everybody, this is me, Mary Akrami, from Afghanistan. I am one of the women human rights defenders. I have worked in Afghanistan since 2001 to provide protection and promote women's human rights in Afghanistan. And I'm happy to be a member of Women Drive. Because I love to empower women, because I believe on women's strength. If women be empowered, women could change in a positive path, in a positive way, in the society and to their lives and to the world. In Afghanistan, as Afghanistan is still under conflict, I can say there is war is going. All people are facing a lot of challenges, and specifically women. There is lack of access to their basic rights as humans. As my experience, like in Afghanistan, because our organization have established the first shelter for women's at risk since 2002, and I found like everyone is talking about women's rights, but for poor women, when they know about their rights and they didn't have access to that rights, that was the main challenge, and it creates so many problems. Then we have decided to, besides supporting women and provide awareness for women's rights, we must to work and involve men. And that was the best approach for us, that we start working especially with religious scholars, that I have started my work since 2004 in Afghanistan to involve men and especially involve the religious scholars, that they should talk on favor of women, they should talk about women's rights, they should promote women's rights. And then after support of Ministry of Religious Affairs, I found like it's not easy like that we always talk about women's rights. It is better to involve and engage men on women's empowerment. And then now we find like even though the women in Afghanistan have a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties, because security is one of the biggest challenge for all of us, but we see like if we engage men, if men could understand about women's rights, then it is easy for women to have easy access to their rights. That's my belief, and I will continue my work to work with men and especially work with religious scholars, because according to the Islamic knowledge, like Islam never said that women to have that much violation against women, or women be like face all these challenges. That's why that we needed to, men should be the chain maker of the world to support women and to understand the basic rights of women and to give that rights to women. That is, without having support of men, as my understanding, women never will reach. From the beginning that we have started, our first target was community, that we start working at the community level to educate and advocate men regarding women's human rights. Then later on we understood and found like it is not only community, the governments and the high level authority, they must to be educate, advocate as well. And one of the best approach that we have recently, as I always have used different approach, to have like seminars, conferences and workshops for raising awareness among community at different level and engage men and women's movement, to involve men, especially at the high level, on the 16 days activism. We have has like the high level of the Afghanistan authorities. We have started from the presidents and to ministers and to religious leaders. I have the courage to talk and to tell them that why always women should talk about women's rights. because every day we are witness of different violation and different, which is against our culture, which is against the religious. Why not you people should talk? Because we know like Afghanistan there is war, there is conflict, but why women should be always targeted and a woman should suffer and face all these challenges? You people have the responsibility, and we got success to have the nice messages from the high level officials with their pictures, and their messages was on the favor of women. And what we done that all their pictures with their messages with the biggest billboard around the city, and they thought that maybe it is just a small billboard, but when the morning when we got up and we have just saw like all the biggest billboard of the messages of presidents and first ladies and vice presidents and ministers, all, and it was amazing that I got so many messages, so many comments, and it was everyone was appreciated. Besides that we found like this is not only government, we all have responsibility as a humans, as a nations of the country, as a member of the country. We all have responsibility that how to bring peace, or how to build the society, and how to provide the good opportunity for women. Then we decided to have like all religious scholars, and we have a conference. Sometimes that when we hear some very tragic cases of women, and we never heard from the religious scholars on they should talk. Then we had organized this 4 days conference on by name of women's rights in Islam, and as well like how to prevent sexual violence against women through Islamic perspective. And it was amazing that we had like 4 days a very sometimes the discussion was very tough, and beside that was very interesting, like that women and religious were face to face, that we had more than 100 women and besides 400 religious scholars at the same time. For 4 days we were sitting together, and we came with a statement of 18 points, which is all they were condemned, and the violence against women, and they have condemned the sexual violence against women, and they said that it is not accepted by society, it is not accepted by the law of Afghanistan, it's not accepted by the religious point of view. It comes on their sites, and they has approved that within 6 months that this 18 points, which was all on the favor of women, it should be implemented. That I unfortunately didn't see that much interest of like international community when if they believe on women movement. We must to work at different level. We must to use different approach for the favor of women, and this is the only way that we could empower women. If we just only that we always talk about women's rights, I don't think so that this is the only way. As my understanding, like woman, should woman understand easy woman's problem, but I found it different. Like each level has different language, and here at the CSW I found like different language that we must to even do lobby and advocacy at this level as well. That I see like all the responsibility, all the things for women's empowerment or for women movement. Why it should be only on our shoulder? That's why that I see like we must to understand their language as well, and they should understand our language, because if they really believe on woman movement, they must to understand what the woman wants. They shouldn't have something what they want. They shouldn't create everything on woman which at this level or at this countries. When they talk about woman movement, they must to think about woman movement at the very grassroots level. They must to listen, they must to hear, they must to understand the woman's problem at that level. My message is for all fellow and for all advocates around the world that first of all we must to be united, we must to be must to come together, and we must to understand women's like as a woman. We must to create solidarity among ourselves and to be one voice, and that is the only way that we will change the world. If we empower, truly we empower women, and to become united And that is the only way. Otherwise, if we just based project, when we talk, when based project we work, we didn't reach to what is our main common or main understanding of woman movement.